Hello and welcome to Heartcraftpaper. In today's tutorial, you're going to learn how to make text shapes. First, let's go ahead and create our square shape. We are going to use our selector tool to highlight it in order to change the size, the width and height. We want it at 400 by 400. Now I'm going to change the transparency on this just so that way we can see things a little bit easier. So I'm going to go to my fill shape and then make that transparency about 70%. Now I am going to come back and create my circle, and this is just to create the heart shape here. And oops, let me fix that, and I'm going to use my selector tool in order to move it around. And then I'm going back to the circle shape, and I'm going to make this 180 degrees for the end, so that way it creates a semicircle. Now I'm going to come over and select, this should be 400 in width, so that way it matches our square. So let's select our square here, and we are going to actually rotate it by using the transform, and I believe it is rotate, and we're going to put it at 45 degrees and apply. Then we will do the same thing with our semicircle, except for using 135 degrees in order to transpose it, or to rotate it. And make sure that all of your buttons on the side for the snap to fit and are selected, so that way you can easily attach this to the shape. Oops, I forgot to change that. It didn't take effect, so I need to make sure that I go back and fix this prior to starting and make it so that it's 450 degrees, I believe, or 450 in width. Now I can go ahead and rotate this after I've completed this portion. Now all I need to do is copy and paste, so Control C, Control V, mirror it, and then snap it into the other section. And then we have our heart here. Now I want to highlight all the objects and then go into Path and then Union. And now we have our heart. For this tutorial, we are going to remove the fill and make it so that only the stroke is showing. I do want to reduce the size of the stroke, make sure it's something that's a little bit smaller in width. That way it makes it easier for me to see, but I can still select it when I need to. So the easiest way of doing this is actually, in order for it to text to path, you want to actually type out your font several times. So first off, I'm going to start off with Mermaid Kisses, because this is for a mermaid shirt that I was thinking of making. So I will type out my font, then go to the selector tool and drag this out a little bit. Don't forget to hit Control, so that way it keeps the same height and width. Now for this, I'm just going to go over to text and then text and font, so I can change the type of font that I want. And I'm going to go ahead and search that out right now. Alright, I think I found it, which is the Dear Mr. Claus font, and I am going to select it and hit apply. Now I'm going to go to the text tool again and highlight my text, copy and paste, Control C, Control V. So that way I can put this out, I want to say maybe 4 times. You want to make sure you add a space in between each one, so that way it's not overly crowded. But then this also gives you the ability to either correct it or delete it if need be. Alright. Now we are going to go back into the tool, and this will automatically select our font. Now we're going to shift, and then we're going to select the heart. And we are going to go to text and then text to path. And as you can see, it has aligned to our heart. Now it's not always perfect, and we're probably going to have to modify this a little bit, as you can see here. So now I'm just going to go ahead and shift and shape. Either I'm going to delete some of the fonts or some of the text, or there is a way to actually also move it. So in this case, we're only going to be using 3 of the Mermaid Kisses. And in order to shift the font either left or right, we're going to use the Alt arrow keys. So Alt right, Alt left, depending on where we are. All right, let's go ahead and fix this. Now, as you can see, we have a slight overlap here with the second mermaid, and I do want to fix that. So what I'm going to end up doing is going between the letters that are slightly overlapping, and then I'm going to space them out utilizing the Alt left, Alt right in order to get them to conform a little bit more to the heart shape. And there you have it. We've nicely conformed this to the heart shape so that there is no overlap. And now all we have to do is select the heart shape itself in order to remove, or actually it's still going to remain there, but we are going to hide all color so that way the Mermaid Kisses keeps its shape, but we just don't see it. As you can see, there you go. Here is our Mermaid Kisses. Thanks for watching Heartcraft Paper.